Welcome to the Vantage HR Influencers Podcast. This podcast is sponsored by Vantage Circle, the leading employee benefits and engagement platform.
During this pandemic, employers are gradually moving towards virtual hiring solutions to reduce the loss of potential candidates. Virtual hiring is enabling organizations to seamlessly conduct talent recruitment and management no matter where they are. Hello everyone, this is Sushmita from Vantage HR Influencers Podcast, and to talk about the rise of virtual hiring amidst COVID-19, today we have with us Mr. Vikas Dua, who is an accomplished HR and recruitment professional, a TEDx speaker, a vlogger, a blogger on HR practices with over 15 years of high quality experience. Currently, he is the Chief HR Mentor at Attain.co, an HR tech firm that works on enhancing knowledge sharing in the academic space. Welcome to the show, Vikas.
Thank you so much, Sushmita. Pleasure being here today.
Yeah. So before we start, please tell us more about your journey in the HR world.
Sure, Sushmita. Happy to share that.
Yeah.
I am an HR professional with over 18 years of experience in the field. I've worked largely with very large organizations. In fact, I've been part of some multi-billion-dollar organizations. And therefore, I've been exposed to a lot of cutting-edge HR practices over the years. I started my journey in HR with Wipro BBS, setting up the campus recruitment team for the organization.
Okay.
And then over the years, I have held many portfolios within the HR space, with the last being heading the entire hiring in the APAC region for a very large ITS organization.
Okay.
And today, like you said, I am setting up Attain, which is focused on enhancing knowledge in our academic institutes.
Right. So starting with the topic, Vikas, with the rise of virtual hiring. So what does a virtual talent acquisition solution look like?
Sure, happy to take that. Sushmita, before I actually answer this question, just for 30 seconds, we all understand recruitment, right? It is connecting a candidate to a career.
Right.
And that has been the practice for over centuries. In the recent years, we are really seeing an entire transformation of this entire recruitment process into what you just called a virtual talent acquisition process cycle. What happens in this is that really all the recruitment stages that we are familiar with are transformed into the virtual space or an online or a remote space.
Right.
And when we look at recruitment, these stages are typically right from sourcing of candidates to screening to assessments and interviews to the offer of the candidate and to even onboarding the candidate. So when this happens through digitally enabled technology frameworks, it's really what is virtual talent acquisition.
Right. So would you like to tell us about the short-term and long-term advantages or benefits of virtual hiring?
Sure. The advantage of virtual talent acquisition, Sushmita, clearly is that it is freed up of the constraint of time and distance. In traditional recruitment, we've always had to have the candidate come into our office spaces, or the recruitment team has had to travel to a campus to evaluate students. But thanks to virtual talent acquisition or the virtual platform that we have today, this distance and time gets negated. So what ends up happening is that you have multiple advantages in multiple dimensions. For example, you save in time and effort. You have more efficient management of the entire process. You're also able to give a much better candidate experience during the entire recruitment cycle. You know, in most organizations, what happens is that, at least in the entry-level hiring, companies end up selecting just 1 or 2 out of 10 candidates that they select. So selection ratio of less than 10 or 20%. And the remaining 70-80% are kind of dejected and go back having spent all the time and effort. In a virtual environment, you are able to address that 70-80% which does not get selected much more efficiently and give them a much better experience, even if they are not eventually selected.
Right. So again, what are the limitations of virtual hiring if you talk about the disadvantages?
Limitations, again, stem from the fact that we humans are all very, I would say, personal, touch-based personalities. We like to interact with people. When we sit across them at a table and try to have a conversation, which is like an actual interview, we try and get a sense of what they're really thinking inside, what are their feelings, their emotions. And honestly speaking, somewhere this is difficult to translate into a virtual platform as of today. Maybe in a year, 2 years, 5 years, when technology moves even further ahead, this challenge may get negated. But currently, right now, reading body language and developing that personal connection is a slight limitation in my view. Also, what happens in these virtual environments is that technology dependency is very high, obviously. So you are dependent on your bandwidth, you are dependent on the lighting in the room that the candidate is sitting in. So what ends up happening is that the entire interview or selection process may get impacted because one of the technology bits in the framework did not work efficiently.
Right. So, saying in the same line, actually, the one disadvantage that you have spoken, like hiring face to face, could be a deep-rooted, thing in the culture of for a lot of businesses. Now, how do you do virtual interviewing work in such a way that both the hiring manager and the candidate still feel authentic and personal?
Great question. In fact, every organization largely has always wanted to have that personal touch during the selection process and ensure that each candidate goes back with a wow feeling,
Right.
irrespective of whether the candidate has been selected or not selected.
Hmm.
In a virtual environment, it takes a little extra initiative from the HR end to make sure that the candidate still feels that personal connection to the organization. And this happens in various ways, Sushmita. So, for example, when you have a process where a candidate has received an invitation on an email and is scheduled to take an interview in a couple of hours on a platform, a technology platform, the recruiter can actually just pick up the phone, call up the candidate, have a brief conversation, give some tips and guidance to make sure that the candidate is not unsettled, is slightly more comfortable before actually going onto the recruitment platform. So I think these are some of the steps that organizations are taking already as we see.
Okay. I came across this quote said by Amelia Green Bemis, a Glassdoor career trends expert, that video interviews can sometimes feel awkward and present challenges for candidates and interviewers. As more and more hiring managers speak to candidates via video interviews, it's important to keep several best practices in mind. So, how to make virtual recruitment process a success, or say what are the best practices that HR should keep in mind for virtual onboarding?
Sure. In fact, this is actually, in my view, the most tricky aspect of a virtual talent acquisition process. And I'm glad you brought that up, Sushmita. Interviews or video interviews are of two kinds in a virtual process. The first is what we call an asynchronous video interview. Here, what happens is that the laptop or the desktop or the mobile phone of the candidate flashes a question to the candidate, and he or she is supposed to record her response to it within 30 seconds or 1 minute, whatever that time frame has been set by the organization. So there is no interviewer on the other side. You are just talking into the camera. In this case, what we have realized is that candidates are pretty much unsettled when they come across this initially, because it is not something that we are used to. We have never seen it when growing up. We've never experienced it in our school or college days. But suddenly today, when you're sitting for a job interview, you are thrown up this question on the screen and you're supposed to answer it into the camera. Right. So to prepare this, the best practice really is to continue preparation or practicing, which means that do some dummy sessions like this where you're just talking into your mobile phone camera and recording yourself to see how you look or how you sound. And this is something that improves only with practice. So the more you do, the more comfortable and the more sophisticated you will end up looking. The second is what is called a synchronous interview, where you have a panel, 1 or 2 people, 3 people on the other side of the screen, and you are getting interviewed. Very similar to what we see in a webinar or a Zoom Connect or a meeting nowadays. Right. In this case, what you have to keep in mind is that try and ensure that your background is very clear. It is not cluttered. The lighting in the room is bright so that you are visible well to the other people. There is no disturbance in your room in terms of ambient noise. And also, a very important thing is that looking into the camera of your laptop or mobile phone, because often what we do is we end up looking at the people on the screen because we are seeing them in front of us there. But when you look at it from the other side, you notice that actually you are not looking directly into the camera or into their eyes, because you are looking at some other section of the screen. So that's a little tricky to manage. But again, with little bit of confidence and preparation, you can train yourself to look into the screen as you answer the interviewer's questions.
Yeah, and the same thing goes for the HR managers as well, right? They too have
Exactly.
to, yeah. I believe with time now, because applicants will get accustomed to remote recruitment practices. So organizations will have to do well to adapt to the practices now and keep them in the future. And HRs will need to be closely involved in managing the system. So, what are some of the most helpful and general e-recruiting resources to be used in and beyond the crisis?
Great. So Shushma, today primarily what we are seeing is that candidates are very digitally savvy. They are spending most of their out of office time on social media, on platforms where they engage with other similar minded youngsters group. They are happy to operate on their mobile phones and participate in a recruitment process end to end from that device. So what HR teams really need to do is to understand this reality. The fact is that we have all been conditioned to be in a paper pencil or an office environment, but now it is a time to actually reach out to the candidates wherever they are. So, which means that HR teams need to be very savvy in terms of using digital marketing techniques to reach out to candidates, be able to send them targeted emails which inspire or motivate them to apply to the jobs at their organizations, and then also have a very strong comfort level with technology to be able to deploy other elements in the virtual recruitment framework, such as chatbots or virtual assistants, which can help address candidate queries. And the beauty about this is that when you deploy technology frameworks like this, like a chatbot, for example, you can pretty much deploy 24/7. So an HR team is not constrained by its hours in office. A candidate could be sitting post classes at 9:30, 10 p.m. in the night and just checking online and coming across a specific job and having a question about it, and that student can immediately write a query to the chatbot and get an instantaneous reply. So these are some of the new elements that HR teams will have to stitch together to make sure that they are visible to the candidate whenever he or she is even thinking about taking up a job or changing a job or whatever.
Right. So, as virtual hiring continues, what are some of the ways of keeping the new hires on track and engaged in a virtual world in these uncertain times?
Great question again, Sushmita. One of the biggest challenges in our services industry primarily has been that we have seen what we call an offer drop, where you offer a particular candidate and there is typically 3 to 3 months kind of time frame between the offer to the joining. And once the date of joining comes close, we realize that the candidate is not going to join us. And that impacts HR teams immensely because they've put in a lot of effort. They've managed to get all the necessary approvals.
Yes.
But unfortunately now with the job requirement being critical, they don't have a candidate and they have to start the whole cycle all over again. So technology is helping a huge way in addressing this challenge, which is by keeping these candidates engaged. And to do that, these technology platforms have certain engagement building mechanisms, whether that is in form of automated birthday or anniversary greetings that go out, or it is in terms of bite-sized information about the organization which goes out to these candidates. So a candidate who is waiting for his or her joining date to come up gets nice colorful mailers or pop-ups on his mobile phone showing interesting things happening at the organization, which again build the affinity towards the organization and motivate the candidate to join. Organizations are also able to use again the same technology platforms to create groups or cohorts. So if there is a batch of management trainees, for example, coming in on the 15th of the month, what the HR team can do is to club them all into a group so that they all start making a connection between themselves right before they even come into the organization's
prior to joining.
premises. Yes. And within that, the biggest enabler we've seen today is gamification, which is something that the new millennials are all very, very excited about, since they spend a lot of time in gamified apps. They also enjoy learning about the organization, interacting with people within the organization through such similar games, where they earn points for every right answer they give, or achievement that they clear, or training steps that they clear. And that kind of, again, drives engagement to a very high level. So those are some of the things where companies are putting some of their brain power to keep candidates engaged using technology.
Great. So would you like to give some tips for smooth virtual hiring to the HRs listening to us? Yeah.
Definitely. And I think this is the most critical part, Sushmita. What we have again observed time after time in many organizations is that when we talk about digitizing or setting up a virtual hiring process, many times we make the mistake of just taking our traditional paper, pencil, person-based recruitment process and trying to make it digital. This does not work because it often comes up with a lot of challenges along the way, which are not optimized for the digital platform or for the new generation. What I would recommend is that you really start from scratch using what I call, or what we all know as, the design thinking approach. So put the candidate at the core and start understanding how that candidate can be tapped digitally and onboarded digitally, and all the steps in between. So when you start from that approach, from a digital first approach, chances are, and more often than not, your entire process will be very, very smooth and very, very efficient. So that's really the golden rule. Start from scratch, start with digital at the core, start with candidate at the focus. Within the process, you obviously need to take care of a certain important pillars. One is that in the digital world, since you can reach out virtually anywhere in the globe, you've got to make sure that your JD is well worded, is very easily understood, is not ambiguous, is accurate to the job that you're wanting the candidate for. And then that the entire process is very smooth and systematic throughout the technology platform. What ends up happening sometimes, Sushmita, is that companies tend to use different bits and pieces of platforms and connect them together, which takes people into the platform, then outside of it, and that's where the experience for the candidate gets reduced or gets impacted. So try and create a platform which is continuous, seamless, right from start to end, and gives the candidates a very good candidate experience throughout the entire recruitment process. That's extremely important as well.
Okay, so finally, Vikas, please tell us how our listeners can reach out to you.
Oh, sure. So listeners can reach out to me on LinkedIn, vikas.dua. And also, if they want, they can follow the hashtag HR in my heart. I do a lot of blogging and writing using that hashtag. So that should be an easy way to track me down.
Okay. That was really a wonderful conversation with you, Vikas. Thanks for all the insights, and thank you for joining me.
Pleasure so much, and thank you, and Sushmita and Vantage Circle for this opportunity. I wish all your listeners all the best in the times to come.
Most welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Vantage HR Influencers Podcast. Please do subscribe to Vantage HR Influencers Podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for new episodes.